Who would you say the best player that you have faced in the Premier League?
I think Salah.
Mo Salah.
The ball curves impossibly into the top corner. The crowd erupts. The keeper doesn't even move. And across the pitch, defenders exchange the same defeated look they've worn for years. There's simply no stopping him. Before we reveal why the world's best defenders call him their nightmare, if you've ever witnessed greatness that can't be explained, only experienced, hit that subscribe button right now, smash the like, and turn on notifications so you never miss the stories that separate legends from everyone else. This is the untold story of how Mohamed Salah became the most feared player in Premier League history, and why even his fiercest rivals can't help but admire him. Mohamed Salah doesn't just score goals, he rewrites history with a left foot that bends physics, curls the ball into corners no goalkeeper can reach, and delivers with an appetite for the net that refuses to fade. He transformed himself from a discarded, doubted talent into the most electrifying forward the Premier League has ever witnessed. He arrived at Liverpool as a second chance, a player Chelsea had given up on, a winger who supposedly couldn't handle English football. He departs, or will one day depart, as the Egyptian king, Liverpool's all-time record foreign scorer, and a name spoken in the same breath as Messi and Ronaldo.
He was like a knife. Not that skillful like many, like let's say Neymar's or Vini's or these kind of players, but knife, scoring, assisting.
But I think Salah in that period, he was another level, wasn't he? I think that against me, I think, still think I'd put Salah first.
Really?
Yeah.
He was ruthless that season, wasn't
that
he?
season
Everything he
was
touched.
Unbelievable. Unbelievable. You could not stop him. He was so strong, so powerful, so fast.
But to truly understand what Mohamed Salah became, you have to listen to those who watched it unfold firsthand. The defenders who faced him week after week, the managers who tried desperately to stop him, the teammates who witnessed his relentless mentality up close, and what they all say is the same: he was unstoppable. When defenders are asked to name the toughest opponent they've ever faced in the Premier League, one name comes up more than any other. Not just frequently, unanimously. Salah, not because of tricks or flashy dribbles, because he was ruthless, explosive, intelligent, unrelenting. Every single match, he brought the same lethal intent. Defenders knew exactly what he was going to do, cut inside onto his left foot, and they still couldn't stop it. He was so strong, so powerful, so devastatingly fast, and his mentality was unlike anything they'd encountered. Every touch seemed purposeful, every shot seemed destined. The ball just went in over and over again, as if the goal itself was magnetized to him. World class doesn't even begin to describe it. His goal record speaks volumes, but watching him live revealed something deeper. The movement, the positioning, the intelligence, the way he made elite defenders look ordinary just by existing in their space. When you're fortunate enough to witness someone operating at that level, in the right place at the right time, doing things others simply can't replicate, you realize you're watching greatness in real time. If Lionel Messi scores a goal like Salah's against Watford, that solo masterpiece where he glided past half the team and curled it into the top corner, the entire world celebrates it as genius. If Cristiano Ronaldo does it, it's replayed for decades. When Mo Salah scored that goal, it proved the same thing. He is world class. He belongs on that level. He is one of the best players in the world. That's simply how it is. To score the number of goals he scored in his debut season at Liverpool, 32 in the Premier League alone, breaking records that had stood for over a decade, was beyond belief. Nobody expected it. Not even Liverpool's most optimistic supporters. But he hit the ground sprinting, and Liverpool's attacking force, that devastating front three, played together with a chemistry that tore apart every defense they faced. The way he combined with Roberto Firmino and Sadio Mane was poetry in motion, and Salah was the finisher who turned chances into history. The way he did it was unbelievable. Absolutely unbelievable. He had a year that will be talked about forever. When defenders describe what made him so difficult to face, they all point to the same qualities. He was absolutely explosive, an unstoppable winger who combined raw speed with ruthless finishing and unshakable confidence. People began asking the question seriously, not as hyperbole. Is Mohamed Salah on the same level right now as Messi and Ronaldo? And the answer, delivered without hesitation by pundits, players, and managers alike, was yes, absolutely. Let's be fair and honest about the great Egyptian. He was playing on that incredible magnetic spectrum of footballing finishing genius, right there alongside Cristiano and Messi. A penalty box predator of the highest order, projecting confidence in every shape, way, and form. He had to be considered among the greatest diamonds of his generation. His evolution as a player made it undeniable. He wasn't just a goal scorer anymore. He developed touches of a playmaker. He created chances around the box with vision that reminded observers of Messi himself, a player who can score so many goals and also deliver assists at an elite level becomes something more than a forward.
What world-class performance. He was brilliant. He's a threat, his goals record, his little touches, his movement. And again, when you watch them live, you see the bigger picture. Honestly, great example. You know, I really enjoy watching him. Obviously, it's hard to take for United today, but you've got to give credit where it's due. World-class player.
And to talk about Mohamed Salah, is one of the best players in the world. In the sixth finalist in the list of the Global Soccer Awards. He scored a lot of goals for Liverpool. He made the difference. I love to watch him play, so he's a great player.
He becomes complete. That's what everyone admired. That's what every club wanted from their star players, but so few actually possessed. London had already written him off. A young forward who couldn't adapt to English football, sent away by Chelsea without a second thought, deemed surplus to requirements. What everyone in England missed was the fire burning underneath, and Anfield was about to ignite it. When he returned to England from Italy, he came back completely transformed. Adapted to high-level European football. Much stronger physically. You could see it in his build, his fitness, his explosiveness, and crucially, much more confident. Years of development in a different environment, years of proving himself at Roma had changed him for the better. Talent alone isn't enough. Confidence and experience turn talent into dominance. Liverpool fans debated for years whether anyone could stand beside Steven Gerrard as the club's greatest in the Premier League era. By the end of Salah's peak years, that debate had a clear answer. Both of them belonged at the top together. The goals Salah scored weren't just numerous, they were crucial, important, iconic. Many came against Liverpool's fiercest rivals, which made them even more beloved. Everton, Manchester United, Manchester City. He delivered in the moments that mattered most, against the opponents Liverpool fans wanted to beat more than anyone.
Goal number 2, individual quality, which you only see when you're really lucky and blessed and in the right time, in the right space, in the right place. I think if Lionel Messi scores that goal or Cristiano Ronaldo, then the whole world says yes, because they are world class. Mo Salah scores that goal because he's world class. He's one of the best players in the world. That's how it is.
The one yet to sign is Mo Salah. Now, he obviously wants a few quid, and rightly so, and good luck to him. He deserves it. He deserves to be one of the highest paid players in the Premier League for what he's done since he come to Liverpool. He really does. Never injured, and year after year he's top goal scorer.
Opponents who faced him regularly admitted it was frustrating, but they also admitted it was an honor. To compete against someone operating at that level, to share the pitch with greatness, even when it meant being on the losing end, was something they respected deeply. When you talk about Mohamed Salah, you're talking about one of the best players in the entire world, a finalist for global individual awards year after year, someone who scored a staggering number of goals and consistently made the difference. Watching him play was genuinely enjoyable, even for rivals, because you were witnessing something special unfold in real time. What truly set him apart wasn't just talent, it was mentality. As time progressed, his confidence grew, and that mindset became contagious. It created a culture. Teammates saw his work ethic, his extra training, his refusal to accept anything less than excellence, and they elevated their own standards to match. That's leadership. That's what transforms good teams into great ones. Among Liverpool supporters, what made Salah truly legendary were the goals he scored against Everton and Manchester United. You could talk all day about his strikes in those derbies and rivalry matches. When you're scoring decisive goals against those clubs repeatedly, you don't just become a good player in the fans' eyes, you become someone immortal. It's difficult to argue against placing Mo Salah on the top table of the greatest Liverpool players in Premier League history. When you consider names like Alan Shearer, Sergio Aguero, Frank Lampard, Steven Gerrard, absolute titans of English football, Salah sits comfortably among them. He belongs at the top table of Premier League greats. No debate, no hesitation. Season after season, the numbers stopped making logical sense. Goals from angles that shouldn't physically exist. Records that had stood untouched for decades, erased in mere months. He didn't just break Liverpool's record books, he rewrote them entirely. Defenders who faced Liverpool during Salah's absolute prime years describe it as the toughest challenge of their careers. That Liverpool team was unbelievable, relentless, unstoppable, and Salah in his prime was something they'd never encountered before. Like a knife, not the most skillful in terms of tricks and flicks like Neymar or Vinicius Jr., but devastatingly direct. Clinical, scoring, assisting, cutting through defenses with surgical precision. Comparisons are inevitable when someone reaches that level. People wanted to compare Salah to other greats, but the truth is simpler. He's different. Every elite player is unique. Salah plays with his left foot, others play with their right. He's a certain height, others are taller. He uses his body differently. His style is his own. But one thing was undeniable. He delivered a fantastic Champions League campaign, a fantastic league season, a fantastic career, and those who achieve that deserve respect, regardless of comparisons.
I think Salah, because he has the ability to create stuff, but he also has the ability to be in the right spot all the time, to get an assist, to get a goal. Like, even against us, he scored 2 goals, but
out of nowhere,
you know, like it was a dribble and he just like curled it into the top corner.
People want to compare me with another players. I'm different than anyone. Salah is different than the other ones. He play with the left, I play with the right. I'm tall, he's a little bit shorter. I play with the head. You know, we are completely different. But I have to say, you do it a fantastic Champions League. You do it a fantastic league. Do it fantastic season, but let's see what's gonna happen.
When you watch the way Salah moves, short, quick, low center of gravity, scampering past defenders with ease, there's a vibe, a Messi vibe, diminutive in stature but gigantic in impact. The way he glides, the way he finishes, the composure under pressure. It's reminiscent of the very best. Salah earned the right to be among the highest paid players in the Premier League. He deserved every penny, never injured. Year after year, top goal scorer, consistency at the absolute highest level. When asked directly if Mo Salah was the best player in the world during his peak seasons, those who watched him every single day didn't hesitate. Yes, because they saw him train, they saw him perform, they saw him deliver when it mattered. Of course, Ronaldo, Messi, and Lewandowski were scoring incredible numbers elsewhere. But for those at Liverpool watching Salah daily, the answer was clear. He was the best player in the world at that moment. That's how it was. Everything about his game was elite. Composure in front of goal, passing, movement, positioning, the ability to create something out of nothing, the ability to be in exactly the right spot at exactly the right time to get a goal or deliver an assist. Even against top defenders, he scored out of nowhere. A dribble, a curl into the top corner, unstoppable. For young defenders breaking into top-level football, facing Salah for the first time was a revelation. They weren't used to playing against someone of that quality. 30-plus goals in a season, relentless movement, unmatched finishing. It was a brutal education. When defenders ranked the toughest wingers they'd ever faced, Salah topped the list. Why? Because he came at you with the ball at terrifying speed, direct and unrelenting. It was genuinely scary for defenders. Even those who didn't face him one-on-one in specific matchups recognized him as the main man, the most dangerous player on the pitch. Rapid, sharp, clinical, skillful. He had it all. If he continues performing at that level, observers believed, this could be a Ballon d'Or season. That's how highly he was regarded. Mo Salah is different, smart, always in the right positions. Before you realize what's happening, he's scored a goal, delivered an assist, changed the match. For defenders fortunate enough to play against him many times over the years, they describe him as a really nice guy off the pitch, humble, respectful. On the pitch, a killer, someone who could receive the ball and within seconds put it in the back of your net. Many defenders experienced that firsthand, repeatedly. It was an honor to compete against him, but also a relief when his time in the Premier League eventually comes to an end, because he was simply too good, scored too many goals, caused too much pain. But Salah was never only a goal scorer. He carried an entire nation on his back. He inspired a generation across an entire continent. He made millions believe that a boy from a small Egyptian village could stand among the greatest players in the world. Mohamed Salah's legacy stretches far beyond Anfield, a generational forward who redefined what it means to be a modern winger. Someone who gave Liverpool 9 years of magic the club and its supporters will never ever forget. Long after his final touch in red, he won't just be remembered as the Egyptian king of Liverpool. He'll be remembered as one of the greatest players the Premier League has ever seen. If this story gave you chills, drop a comment sharing your favorite Salah moment. And don't forget to subscribe so you never miss the legends who changed football forever.